You sent an article to me yesterday or today by Jacques Baud, a Swiss uh, intelligence officer, diplomat, politician. Uh, Tell me a little bit about that article, because now it's going around. I'm getting copies of it, the links to it from several people. Um, so tell me about this Jacques Baud and what it is he was talking about.
Well, he's a guy that really has a lot of inside information. He's recently retired, colonel in the Swiss military, specializing in intelligence. Also worked with the UN, was intimately involved in the Ukrainian issue over the last years. So he has personal knowledge, personal experience during the last 8 years, especially since the 2014 US directed coup d'etat in Ukraine. He's been through the whole Minsk I and Minsk II agreements that Ukraine government signed that called for a federated Ukraine. He really emphasizes this, that the Ukrainian people in the Donbass, in the region of Eastern Ukraine, the Russian ethnic region right on the Russian border, they weren't calling to be separate. They didn't ask to be separated. They just wanted to be part of Ukraine, but to be allowed to make their own local decisions about what language they could speak, what local officials they could elect, a federated Ukraine. So he really lays that out and says, all those claims that the people in the Donbass immediately wanted to be separated from Ukraine are not true. So he makes many of these kind of corrections on the record about what's been going on there in that region. And he talks clearly about how the people in the Donbass have been shelled by the Nazis. He says those that say there are no Nazis, they don't know what they're talking about. He spells that out in a big way. So it's a really, really important article. I hope you'll put a link to that article in your description of the video that we're doing here, because people really need to see that. Yeah. And share it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
let me just finish this thought. It indicates to me again how people who know better are now beginning to speak up. This guy is a huge source who cannot be discredited in any way. He's speaking up, and it shows how this thing is failing. This operation by US NATO is failing, and that's why they're getting desperate and creating these so-called war crimes massacres.
Yeah, I'm definitely, I've shared the link to the article already, but I will put the link in the description. In my opinion, it is maybe the best chronological expose of how this whole thing started back really even before 2004 and the coup in Kiev.
2014.
Yeah, in 2014. Incredible article.